morning has come, the planting's all done, and soon you will kiss the sun. The canyon winds blow, the growing crowd knows that this is the...
After that jump was over, the next morning when I woke up, the blue sky in Montana and the Rocky Mountains looked especially good to me.
I bet they did. How did you feel physically and emotionally?
Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of sport, the thrill of victory, and the agony of defeat. The human drama of athletic competition. This is ABC's Wide World of Sports.
Brought to you by the makers of Vicks Sinex Spray. Noses prefer Vicks Sinex. By Sears, home of the steel-belted radio that ran the route of the Pony Express, Sears Road Handler. And by Rolaids, for acid indigestion, Rolaids. Rolaids spells relief. Consumes 47 times its weight in excess stomach acid.
And then after I start the cameras and the master switch, I have to grab down under the seat with the belt webbing, where the belt webbing is, to hold myself down. And at the same time think, whatever you do, don't let go of this and grab down on the seat. I mean, I have to hold that back. But I think there'll be so much G force on me that when I go up, I'm not going to have any choice. I mean, I am going to be back. And I think that'll work all right. If I don't black out, boy, when he tells me to blow that chute system open, I'm going to get it open. That baby's going to come down okay.
I wasn't concerned about that. I was concerned that if you started to red out or gray out or black out,
I might let go of it.
You might have trouble holding on to not know what you were doing with it.
Oh, I probably would, but I'm not planning on doing that. I'm going to stay awake.
It's getting closer, only a few minutes away from the moment of ignition. On a steam rocket, all you do is pull the plug to release the high pressure and high temperature steam, and away she goes, as we'll see in a little while.
The philosophy of the man you see, the man Evel Knievel.
movie cameras. Start his stopwatch on his knee. And they get the final count from Ron Chase. We're still, I understand, 2 minutes and holding. Truex is with Chase now.
And counting now.
We're now counting. The clock has started.
1 minute, 49 seconds. We're approaching the great moment now. The go-ahead's been given by Ron Chase and Bob Truex. And there is just 1.5 minutes to go to Evel Knievel's date
Approximately
with Destiny.
At about 1:15, Evel will arm the master arm switch.
Jim, that master arm switch should be being armed right now.
That's right, Len. It's all set to go. All he has to do is now press the trigger on the right-hand control handle.
There is now just 1 minute to go.
1 minute and counting. Stopwatch will go on at 10 seconds. Camera's on at 5.
I think Evel asked us all to be silent and wish him well in the last 30 seconds. And so we will all stop talking now for this last 30 seconds to countdown. Happy landing, Evel.
Timer. Now start your camera. And we're minus 5.
5,
4, 3,
2, 1.
Come on!
Okay, Evel, stay with the bird. Stay with the bird. It looks like you're going to go into the canyon. You had a premature shoot. You have a good shoot on you. Come on. Stay with the vehicle. Stay with the vehicle. Put your visor up as you can.
You cannot see it now. There she goes, beneath the rim of the canyon.
It's going to crash, obviously, into the river.
Main chute is okay, though. She's coming down about 17 feet per second. Slowly going down.
It has
Just cleared the rocks, thank God.
It looks like he is in the water. Robert Craig Knievel appears to have landed in the Snake River.
What does it look like, Bob?
It looks like he didn't hold on to the handle.
Like we feared.
Yeah.
Where does it look like he's down in the water?
No, I'm afraid he's down in the rocks on this side, but I can't see.
In the water.
In the water. In the water.
Okay. Sorry, just up to the frogman now.
Huh?
Yes!
Robert Craig Knievel did not clear the 1,600-foot Snake River Canyon. He has landed in the Snake River. However, we believe it is in the river and not on the rocks.
And as you saw on the takeoff, after she cleared the launch area, there was a definite roll to the right.
She rolled to the right. And the chute opened prematurely, too, did it not?
That's right. The drogue chute came out, and then the main chute came out. And they came down prematurely.
Jim, it appeared to me as if he made no attempt to try to get out of the vehicle, wasn't it? Because he was not up high enough?
Well, there'd be no attempt to try to get out of the vehicle that time, Len. It's best to stay in it and let the main chute recover you, which he did do.
The family, and we're racing around to them now, is hysterical and in shock, crying. They think Evel may be dead or maybe drowning in the river.
Let's go over to Bud Perillo, who's got a view of what's happening.
Yes, what happened was this. Evel definitely tried to get out, but he couldn't. And it appeared that he hit the side of the canyon. He did not go into the river. It looked like the nose did hit on the side. I can't see the craft or Evel at all from where I am. But he did try to get out. He was trying desperately to get out of the Skycycle.
Of course, the speculation at this point to try to imagine what possibly went wrong.
Well, it appeared that the chute opened too fast.
Is there anyone getting close, Bud, to bring us more news of how...
David, I can't see anything. The helix, nobody has gone into the water. As I say, there are two men rowing up to the site.
Well, that river, again, we'll repeat, is about 15 to 18 feet deep.
David, I am very scared. The nose of the craft appeared to hit on the side of the canyon.
Let's quickly see again what happened. Here it is, the rocket ready to go off the pad in a burst of white-hot steam. And there's the chute much too soon. What went wrong? No one is sure.
Evel Knievel is standing in the boat and waving. He is alive and well.
In good shape.
I think at this point we can all say thank God.
Looks okay, Mr. Knievel.
Yeah.
They just said they can't tell, but he looks
Well,
okay.
we'll show you on the monitor.
Where's Robbie now?
Come on, get the kids. We'll go in the ABC truck.
Come on.
Where's Kelly? Jack. They said he's okay.
Follow that, Linda.
Where was it?
Well, maybe he didn't clear the canyon, and maybe his dream did not come true. But at least he's alive and well, and he tried. I would imagine right now Mrs. Knievel is as limp as a rag. We understand she is in the mobile unit beneath our announce stand here on the tower, and she is very, very happy. A very happy woman.
That wasn't the way the coverage had been planned. As a matter of fact, there were 3 helicopters in the air, each with a camera to try to see things unforeseen like that might occur. However, at the instant that he started heading down the canyon, the Federal Aviation Administration, and we certainly think properly, ordered all aircraft to land immediately. And so there was no camera that could see that spot. But he wasn't in the river. He was on this ledge. Now let's resume the coverage as it happened last night.
Less than 20 minutes after blasting off, Evel Knievel is back at his launch pad now in a cloud of dust. Premature parachute deployment. He couldn't hold the chute, but he landed safely in the water. He's walking on his own. Looks like he has a bloody nose, and he's bleeding from the eyes a little bit.
How do you feel, Tiger?
I love Evel. Oh, I don't know, Julie.
How rough was the landing?
Two or three shelves and bounced down, but I was strapped in so tight that came through it all right. I don't know what happened.
You lost the spring? You couldn't hold the spring?
It went sideways. It turned. Now, I don't know what happened down here, but Ron and Bob both told me if I saw the canyon wall and not the sky, for Christ's sake, to let it go. And when it turned, I let her fly. I didn't know what had happened. It just about knocks you out, Jules, when it takes...
How were you rescued, though? How were you rescued, Evel? Thank God you were.
They came and got me out down there in the trees and put me in the boat. I couldn't get my safety belt.
Unharnessed?
Unharnessed. If I'd have gone in the river, I'd have never got out of it, ever.
Where did you land? Right on the shore?
Well, I landed into the wall on this side and then bounced down. But I don't know what happened. It's just that I think...
People?
I don't know. I just can't say. I'll have to let Bob and the fellas examine it.
Are you going to try it again?
Well, I don't know what I'm going to do. I sat in it and gave it my best, and I don't know what to tell you. Believe me. I just like to see Bob and Ron.
Mr. Knievel, everybody off, please. Everybody off right now. Right, David. Okay, everybody off.
No, you're here. You're here, big boy. You held on perfect. You up on the ramp. You did it.
He told me if it got upside down and I saw the canyon wall below the chute, and I did it. I don't know why.
No, it blew on the ramp. Just like last time. Take it easy with him.
What happened?
It blew on the... Stop it. Yeah, hurt his lip.
What happened to it?
It let go just like the other one, but apparently there was completely different cause.
I had my leg on top of it, my hand back.
You didn't let go of the right time.
Until I saw the thing.
And then you let go of it.
Then you let go. And I pushed it. I can't understand what made it turn upside down.
Oh, well, it was kind of a slow roll. But you didn't do a damn thing wrong. The can is still on the thing.
It blew off right there on the lawn. Blew off by accident?
Yeah, it was our fault.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
It's not your fault. It's
yes, it is. We should have run one more test. All right. Let's try to get. Is the helmet uncomfortable? Let's get it off.
All right.
And there, you heard it from Bob Truax. Evel did not deploy the parachute himself. It came off on the pad, a mechanical failure.
Didn't you know it, though?
David, yes. Easy, fellow. You got that?
There's Evel about to be embraced by his father, Robert Knievel Sr. We'll try to talk to Bob Truax himself in a minute.
Bob, what happened? Well, this right here is the cover to the parachute canister. It obviously came loose much too soon, right on the pad, because it was impaled on this part, which goes up the rocket nozzle. So it must have detached immediately, either because of a pressure differential between the forward and after side of it created by the rocket jet, or because the weight of the parachute and the G's, the inertia of it, caused it to pull the lid off the can.
This cover wasn't supposed to come off until he was at apogee at 2,500 feet when he released the parachute, right?
That's right. And so the rocket went up, the engine thrusting madly, and the parachute dragging behind and trying to slow it down.
It trailed right out.
Yes, it deployed immediately.
What you're saying is that the force of the G's at liftoff and the suction created by the engine slipstream probably pulled this off.
That's our best guess at this time.
And so the emotional, traumatic Sunday at the Snake River Canyon had reached its end, not the way Evel had hoped, nor the way some people had feared. Through the wind and the dust, he descended to where his wife Linda was waiting for him. And in the background, the cheers continued from the more than 33,000 by official count that paid to see the attempt and obviously were still behind him. All of this last Sunday. Now we sit in the studios of KCPX, Channel 4 in Salt Lake City, our ABC affiliate here. And this is Evel Knievel today as we sit with ABC News science editor Jules Bergman. Jules and I are going to talk with Evel. First question I have, looking at the scratches which seem to be pretty much healed, is how do you feel today physically and emotionally?
I feel great. I think that maybe by being in the business that I'm in, I'm able to appreciate life a little more than the average guy does who gets up every morning and takes it for granted. And after that jump was over, the next morning when I woke up, the blue sky in Montana and the Rocky Mountains looked especially good to me.
I bet they did. How did you feel physically and emotionally when you got into the vehicle?
Well, I think Jules can tell you he was there with me. I was up for the launch as I was supposed to be. Mr. Truax told me on the phone last night that he knew I'd had a lot of faith in him because we'd have had quite a discussion since this was over. He said, you went through the countdown like a pro and you did not miss firing the rocket by 1/100th of a second. You know, Jim, I, all my life, have not drank any kind of booze or alcohol to any extent, and I have never taken a narcotic, and I think that that is probably what has helped me recuperate and survive a lot of the accidents I've been in when they said that I'd never get up and continue, and I felt great on the launch pad, and I felt great when the countdown went on, and I was ready for whatever was laying on the other side, or I hate to say it, but in the bottom of the canyon.
It sure turned out to be whatever. Jules and Evel, we're going to come back in 1 minute. We have these replays, as you know, that have never been seen by anybody before in the theaters or anywhere else. We're going to analyze them with Evel, so stand by. Jules, I think you had a question just before we went away.
Right. Evel, here we are a few moments before launch. The knot in your stomach was just about to go away, that knot you'd awakened with every morning you mentioned to me. What was the actual punch, the thrust of the rocket like as you started up the ramp?
When I hit the fire button, I had one hand wrapped down around behind me on the webbing underneath my seat, and I had my knee over the firing gun and my arm that held the parachute. I had that blocked off. And when I punched that fire button and that thing hit, I saw the flag coming right at me, the American flag, and it went underneath me, and all I saw was blue sky, but then I lost all perspective. I may have blacked out, I don't know. But I did come to with that jolt, and it was like brakes being put on, and I was upside down, and I saw the canyon underneath me, and I looked at the stopwatch they had strapped to my leg, and I saw that there was only 9 or 10 seconds gone by.
Would you like to see it now as other people saw it?
Yes, I have never seen it. I would
The way
like to
you
take a look
yourself
at
have
it.
never seen it, right.
Yeah. Well, we have several angles here, and first is this one.
This is a slow motion shot,
Slow
I guess,
motion.
of the takeoff. Look at that chute come out behind that
And
thing
you can
there.
see clearly the chute did come out on the pad, Evel, long before you could have
Well,
released
Jules, I never fired it. I'll tell you that. I never had a chance.
it. There's no doubt about that in anyone's mind who was there and saw the parachute can cover afterward. Here she is starting to roll over on her side. One complete roll to the right, and then the main chute, pulled out by the drogue chute, is deployed, and you're heading down. What did it feel like at this moment?
Well, right then I knew, I could see, I was over the side of the canyon and then the river coming back in at me, and Ron Chase was on the microphone telling me, take your visor and raise it, and I tried, but there was such a tight squeeze in that cockpit that I could only rip the visor off, which I did. I ripped it away with my hands and then tried to get to my safety belt to find out where it was so that if I went in the river, which I thought I was going,
Yeah, what do you think your chances
I
were
could
right
get
here
out.
of living? Did you
Jim,
think
I
about
want to
that?
tell you something. I could not get to the safety belt. In other words,
Yeah,
I
hit the
couldn't
wall.
find it.
How big a jolt was that impact?
Well, I hit a glancing blow there, and I dropped down another 65 or 67 feet, so I'm very thankful that parachute didn't collapse when it hit there, because, you see, I hit that rock wall and then dropped down. I was 7.5 feet from the water when they finally got to me. So with the seatbelt not opening to get me out of the thing, I would have gone to the bottom of that river, and it took us 6 months to find the first Skycycle. I don't know how soon they'd have found me, but if I couldn't have got out of it...
Now, here's another fantastic view from behind as you shoot off the pad there.
I see the vehicle is rolling in the air.
You see it rolling immediately, and you see the shootout immediately.
You see that darn pilot chute came loose also. You see that? And the shrouds are twisting.
Here's where people like myself thought they could see you struggling to get the visor up and down the cockpit.
I was tearing it. You can see I'm trying to get my arms above, out of the cockpit, and I was getting the visor away from my eyes.
Are you glad you didn't get out?
Oh, yes.
You better be.
Well,
Wouldn't have worked out, would it?
if I'd have loosened the safety belt then and hit the rocks,
Evel,
I'd have really got a jolt.
Evel, now we're going to have a really tight look at the launch. There you go, in slow motion. There's the parachute canister already out.
Blew the can right off the back.
Instantly, wasn't it? Yeah.
See, it started to turn when I got over upside down, then I could see the canyon below me. And here's where I felt the brakes. I didn't know what had happened. I just couldn't figure out what the hell had happened, because my knee and my hand were frozen on the ejection system. I just didn't know if I'd blacked out or if I was
Watch
going
closely,
into the
and you can
canyon.
see
or
your
what.
arms there the way you were trying to get out, right there.
I wasn't trying to get out. I was
Trying
just
to
trying to rip my visor off and trying to get my safety strap in hand so that if I went into the water, I could have a chance to get out of the thing. But
So you at no time planned to jump out of it?
we thought we were going to go across. Bob Truax came to me and said, Evel, if you want to call this thing off, you don't owe me a dime. And we all looked at each other and smiled, and Ron and Bill Sproul and Facundo Campoy, they all said, Evel, you're going to make it, and I got in it with that thought in mind. That's all there is to it.
Why didn't you want to use the personnel chute?
Well, we just felt that I would ride it all the way in. I didn't want to parachute out of it. I said I'd try and ride it across and nosedive it in, and that's what I wanted to do. And, you know, if there's any seed of equivalent benefit in this adversity, I can only tell you that it's still my being alive, and I, under all circumstances, regardless of what happened, do not feel that we failed, and I do not feel ashamed in any way to have been defeated by a canyon as beautiful and as mighty as the Snake River Canyon. That's all there is to it.
Well, here it is from one of our helicopter cameras. It sure is beautiful.
And there is a launch now from the helicopter camera.
Boy, it's on its way across, too. Look
And
at
you
that.
can see the chute slowing you down. You can see the headwind carrying you back in now. The wind had gotten very gusty.
I just, the last words I said to Bob when he left the blast-off pad, I said, Bob, what is the wind? He said, 12 miles an hour, gusting to 15 and 18. I said, do we have a chance? He said, yes. If it will go all the way, you're going to make it. And,
do you feel that you went actually across the canyon before you started to drift back?
Oh, yes. Yes. I mean, at 18 miles an hour, it blew me back in how many seconds. You can figure out how much ground I covered.
Here's your impact.
You got to remember, Jim, that parachute all the way open acts like a huge sail on a sailboat. It carries the vehicle right back.
We had a great recovery team in the bottom. My own pilot, Mr. McCullum, and all the fellows that were on recovered the thing.
Look at this shot now.
It's from the other side, looking back, from another helicopter. And again, you see it start down and then backwards.
What a strange feeling it was when that parachute opened. When I got upside down, I was trying to work those little flippers to turn the thing, and when I pressed on one, I thought, boy, somebody put the brakes on. I thought, what the heck? They didn't tell me there was brakes on this thing, because I had never known that the parachute systems came out.
Are you getting a kind of emotional reaction watching this again for the first time?
Oh.
Does it look better or worse? Or
I've lived with this thing for so long that, I look at it and obviously I was disappointed, and not knowing what happened, I thought I'm going to be blamed for a premature parachute ejection, which I did not make, and there were a lot of things going through my mind.
Now, there's the impact on the side of the canyon. You're sliding down toward that rock shelf at the edge of the river.
That's where they ended up finding me.
Okay, well, there's a few separate views of what happened at the Snake River Canyon last Sunday. In another minute, we'd like to ask you some personal questions about Evel Knievel, the man, how you feel, and so forth. We'll be right back.
Would you do it again?
I am a motorcycle jumper, not a skycycle jumper. I had to earn the money to build the skycycles to jump the canyon, and I said I'd do it, or try it, once. I never said I'd try it twice, and I see no point in it. I don't feel that the canyon defeated us, and I think I'll withdraw for a while, but maybe you have not heard the last of Evel Knievel.
Evel, let me ask you this. It seems to me that consciously or unconsciously, you are a great mass psychologist. In other words, in this day and age, when we send men to the moon, they get out, they walk around, they come back, they hit a pinpoint in the Pacific Ocean. What made you know somewhere inside that people would get very interested and excited about one man going across a 1,500-foot canyon?
Well, I really didn't know that. I wanted to do it because I felt that it could be done. I really didn't realize when I first said I'd do it that there was so much complex problems to the situation. I feel that it was a thing that arrived at the right time in this day and age, and I know by the thousands and thousands of telegrams that I've received in the last 2 or 3 days, and the 2 or 3 negative ones, what the feeling of America and the pulse of the nation is, and I really didn't figure it to be that big or that much for me, but I'm very thankful that it is.
Evel, all those newspaper stories, and there have been many wild ones, that said you've made $6 million, $9 million, $13 million. How much did you make?
Well, we don't know the exact figure. All I can tell you is that I have 60% of the gross coming on the total thing, including 100% on the live gate, and we did about $1 million closed-circuit TV, so you're talking about 10 million, 12 million gross. My guarantee, of course, was 6, and then what will be made beyond that, I don't know, but I'll guarantee you one thing. You have to want to jump a canyon for nothing before you will ever get in it and do it.
One's life is not worth just $6 million or whatever.
I don't think so.
Evel, don't get mad at me, but even after seeing what we've seen here, you know as well as I, there are still going to be people who say it was a ripoff.
Yeah.
That you plan to do it this way.
Well, there are some people,
What do you
Jim,
say to those people?
There are some people, some newsmen included, who you could not please unless you hit the canyon wall head on at 400 miles an hour. So then there would have been a ripoff. My body would have been ripped off. So they can call it what they want to call it, but when I take all of the things that have been sent to me, all the articles that have been printed, and the credibility of a great network like yours, and weigh it against some of the things that maybe weren't so complimentary, I don't even think or ever want to remember the uncomplimentary things. I really don't care.
Evel, you wanted to say something about Bob Truax's role.
There was absolutely no Truax failure of any kind. There was an unforeseen mechanical failure, and Bob Truax, like me, I'm sure is proud of the job that he did, and I have nothing but faith in that man and a real deep, heartfelt thanks for his whole crew, because when Campoy and Sproul and Chase patted me on the arm and said, "We'll see you when you get back here, partner," I'll tell you, I knew they meant it, and all of us went together in that thing, Truax included. There was no Truax failure.
Evel Knievel has asked us for just a couple of minutes when we come back from this next commercial to look at you and say something that he wants very much to say when it's all done. We'll be right back.
I'd just like to make a statement to the maybe young daredevils in this country. Remember that being a daredevil sometimes puts me in a position that I don't like to be put in. When I give my word about taking a risk, it could mean forfeiting all fame and fortune as well as my life. I say don't do it. If you like to race motorcycles or automobiles or jump, do it with years of practice and the best equipment and all of the best engineering and know-how you can gather. Be a pro. Practice. Don't be a show-off. Become an artist. And always remember, it's not how loud you can sing, how fast you can drive or ride, or how far you can jump. It's how you go about it. In life, no matter what you do to become a success or a superstar in this world of big business and entertainment, you need a perfect wheel to spin straight forward in the right direction to keep you on top. Your hub must be true, your spokes must be true, and the spin of the wheel must be perfect and correct to keep you moving. Without all of these things I have mentioned, your wheel will start to wobble or flip-flop, and to reach your goal or destination is impossible. Only the luckiest people in life, when they get into that kind of a situation, survive a crisis such as I did, and I thank God that I'm still alive. You young daredevils of the future, remember, success is achieved by those who try and keep trying. And when you have nothing to lose and everything to gain, if you're successful, by all means try. But I say to you finally, if you want to compete or become a risk-taker like me, think carefully, be a professional, and remember, to gain the world and lose your life is not worth taking any kind of a risk.
Jules, do you have a final word on what you saw last Sunday?
Yes, Jim, there's one thing I'd like to say. I was there, and it was not a rip-off. It was not a hoax. I examined the wreckage myself. Evel and Truax, nobody could have staged that event the way it happened. It was a mechanical failure. People can say a lot of things about Evel, but one thing they can't say is that it was staged and that he doesn't have guts.
Thanks very much, Jewel.
Thank you, Jules.
That's the way it was at the Snake River Canyon last Sunday. Like so many things in life, it was neither total triumph nor total failure. It was somewhere in between.
He's got the Snake River Canyon blues. Evil's going to the canyon to jump his Harley across. And when he gets to the canyon, he'll show Snake River he's the boss. We all know he can make it, 'cause Evil's a real stud horse. He's got the Snake River Canyon blues. Evel Knievel is my kind of man.
I'd jump it myself, but my knee shakes so bad I can't stand. But I'll be there waiting just to see him land. He's got the Snake River Canyon blues. Well, he jumped down in Houston and he jumped down in old L.A. But the Snake River Canyon's gonna be his big payday. Yeah, Evel's gonna jump that canyon come next Labor Day. He's got the Snake River Canyon blues. That jet-powered Harley sure has a sweet sound. When he jumps the canyon, he's gonna be a heaven bound. And at Twin Falls, Idaho is where he's gonna come down.